Welcome to our weekly show every Tuesday at 12:05 Pacific Standard Time. How are you doing, everybody? I hope you are well. I am tuning in from my home office here in the OK Falls, and I hope you are doing well. If you are one of my pros, please put hashtag pro. And if you are one of my newbies, please put hashtag newbie in the comment section. How are you? How are you? We are ready. Tell me where you are tuning in from. My name is Rosemary Pamba as we tune in every Tuesday inside the Finding True Love and Marriage Advice show. How are you? Right. Thank you for showing up today. What's going on in your dating life? When somebody says, what on earth is finding yourself? What does that mean? Finding yourself. A lot of coaches, they use this, a lot of healers, a lot of therapists, they use this, finding yourself. What is it? What does it mean? How relevant is that in your life? Today, we are going to go step by step on what it means to find yourself before you go back into the dating scene, because you really need to know who you are and why you need to find yourself. You can't find love when you don't know who you are and you don't know how to find you. For those that don't know me, my name is Rosemary Mpambwa. I'm a relationship coach and I help women find love again by dating smart and providing relationship advice and strategies that I personally use to find love at 60. I help you to clean out your house before you bring somebody new into your life. Right. What is this? What on earth is finding finding yourself? It means taking time on self-reflection, taking time for self-growth, and taking time for self-exploration. Right. Thank you for those watching from Namibia, UK. I'm just receiving in messages. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. Right. So let's go step by step. Number one, it involves a self-discovery journey, identifying values, passions, and your goals. Excuse me. What are your values? What are your passions? What are your goals? Sorry, I'm just having a dry throat. Understanding your strength and understanding your weaknesses, and also recognizing the patterns, the self-destructive patterns that you have been practicing or going through when you were dating or when you are in relationships. What are the things that you were doing that led you to self-sabotage, that also indicated that you had insecurities, or that made the insecurities come out or experience those insecurities? And what are the areas can you improve? Okay, so this is a self-discovery journey. Number two, it's about emotional healing, because when you have gone through widowhood, divorce, or you have been heartbroken, in that journey, you know, there's a lot of emotional trauma that you go through. Sometimes you don't realize that you were really hurt deeply emotionally until you try to go back into the dating scene, or until you try to start finding love again. That's when you will see that a lot of hurts, they come out, or they are triggered, or you are re-traumatizing yourself. So when you go through emotional healing, it's about processing past relationships and emotions. What happened in the relationships? How did they hurt you? Okay, your emotions. Where do you stand with your emotions? Letting go of baggage and resentment. As you go through your relationships, you collect a lot of baggage, right? You collect a lot of hurts. You collect a lot of self-limiting beliefs. This is all baggage. And you also collect a lot of resentment. You probably collect a lot of resentment against your in-laws or your ex or your friends because of things that happened when you were in that relationship. And emotional healing also involves cultivating emotional intelligence and resilience. Number three, personal growth. You need to go through a personal growth process. This is developing self-awareness and self-acceptance, building self-confidence and self-worth, expanding interests and hobbies, right? Number four, independence. What does it mean to be independent? When you are in a relationship or in a marriage, you are probably dependent so much on your partner. I was so dependent on my late husband before he passed away. And when he passed away, I realized that there were so many things that I couldn't do on my own. And I went through a lot, a lot of pain and a lot of confusion and a lot of uh, displacement of my identity because I didn't know who I was. Most of these things were done for me. For example, changing a tire, okay? And even putting petrol, we used to call it petrol in the car. I didn't know how to do that. Or even putting water in the radiator. I had no idea what to do. But when he passed away, I had to start learning. So independence is it's establishing a fulfilling solo life, setting boundaries and prioritizing your self-care. It's also about embracing your freedom and autonomy so that you can have your own voice. Number four, it's about gaining the benefits. It's about gaining the benefits of finding who you are. Right? When you are going through a self-discovery process of finding who you are on a journey to find clarity on what you want in a relationship. You are also trying to create healthier attachment styles because sometimes you are so codependent on your partner to a point where you can't even think or process things on your own. It's also a time for you to create self-love and self-respect, self-awareness, self-confidence. And it's also time for you to create more fulfilling connections with yourself and those around you. Right. Let's go to what are the signs that you have really found yourself? How do you know that you have found yourself? Number one, you are comfortable with solitude. It means you're comfortable being on your own. You're comfortable making your own decisions. You are comfortable doing things alone. You are also comfortable creating a non-negotiable list of the things that you don't want in a relationship. A lot of people always ask, what are non-negotiable things that you can create in a relationship or when you're finding love? For example, for me, I've always wanted a man who doesn't drink, who doesn't smoke. And my late husband didn't drink, didn't smoke, and my present husband doesn't smoke, doesn't drink. So for me, that's a non-negotiable, right? He has to be taller than me. That's not negotiable. My first husband was 6'6", and my present husband is 6'2". So height was very important for me. So those are some of the things that you can put for your non-negotiable list. Emotionally stable and resilient, right? You'll be emotionally stable and you will be resilient. Pursuing passions and your interests. You'll be able to pursue your own passions and your own interests. You can create self-love and self-acceptance. Thank you for that. And how do you go on a journey to find yourself? Right. Number one, go on a self-discovery journey and find out who you are, how the past relationships hurt you, how the past relationships have affected your emotions, your thinking, your processing, your work, your life, and even your disposition. How did the past relationship affect your family, your children? And what part did you play in all of this? Because sometimes we always blame or point fingers at your ex, but what about you? You were also part of this. Then you go on a authentic healing journey. I had to go on a 6-month healing journey. That's when I published my first book, Exhume or Heal, a widow's memoir, Getting Her Groove Back. You have to go through on an authentic journey where you are radically honest with yourself. You journal, you learn to write things down. What are the things that are affecting you? What are the things that seem to bring you back to your past? You also engage on new hobbies, the things that bring you peace, the things that make you happy, not waiting for other people to bring you happiness. You seek supportive friends, a community of supportive people. You also focus on your personal growth, personal development, and remember, finding yourself is a lifelong journey. You have to give yourself time. You have to be patient, practice self compassion. And you also have to celebrate small victories. For example, if you used to drown your sorrows in either eating too much chocolate, eating too much ice cream, drinking, or even using drugs. But when you go for a day and you are cutting down on your caffeine, you are also cutting down on the number of drinks that you drank. Uh, this is alcohol that you drank. Then that's a small victory. Allow yourself time to celebrate those small victories. If you are smoking a whole pack, and if you smoke 2 cigarettes less, that's a small victory. Celebrate that. And also embrace uncertainty. Life is a journey. It's full of ups and downs, turns, rocky roads, dips, and flat ground. So you have to embrace that, because boulders can be thrown at you at any time. That's life. Nobody said life is going to be a smooth flowing river. No. So if you embrace that, then you know that you have really found yourself. You focus on your progress. Most of us are so stuck in being perfect. Most of us are so stuck in being perfect, practicing perfection. When you are too much of a perfectionist, that also is an issue, because you may never do anything outside your box because you are so used to doing certain things and you are rigid. The last one is you seek help when you need it. Because when you are finding yourself, it's like you are looking at yourself in the mirror. What do you see in that mirror? Are you able to be honest with yourself? Most of us try to cheat so that we look good on paper, but inside, are you looking good? So thank you so much. I hope you found value in today's episode. Don't hesitate to send me any questions that you need, and also book a free consultation call where we can go through with you on how you can be able to find yourself before you go back into the dating scene. Because when you are ready to find true love, you need to find yourself first. So thank you for joining me this week, and I will see you again next week in our next episode, Finding True Love and Marriage Advice Show with your host, Rosemary. Thank you so much. Bye bye for now.